Good morning. My name is Manuel Hernandez, and today's date is November 26th, 2017. Today, I will be doing the methyl red and Vogue's Proscour testing and the catalase testing. I have completed the lab, and I have it here set up in front of me. First, we began with the methyl red and methyl red testing, but prior to that, we had the MR broth along with the live culture that we have maintained over the last few weeks of E. coli and Staphylococcus epidermidis, and we incubated those into the tubing for 48 hours. After we had incubated them, we applied we separated the broth with the E. coli and epidermidis into 4 test tubes, which you see here. And with E. coli, once we applied the methyl red agent, it immediately turned a crimson red, and once we applied it to the epidermidis, it began to turn a yellowish tint or orange tint. And what that means is a positive it's positive for a mixed acid fermentation. So the E. coli tested positive since it did maintain its red color. After we applied the reagent A and the reagent B of the Barrett's reagent, and once we applied the Barrett's reagent to the 4 test tubes, the E. coli formed a red line above the broth, and the test tube without E. coli test tube without the methyl red began to fog up into a cloudy white film above the broth, and that is if since the E. coli created a red line at the top of the broth, it is a sign that acetone is present or tested positive for the butanidal fermentation. So once that lab was completed, we moved on to the catalase testing. And with the catalase testing, we used our collected samples of staph and E. coli, which I have here, and we used an inoculation loop and applied it to the slides. As you can see here, I have, this is E. coli and staph epidermidis, and once the hydrogen peroxide was applied to the epidermidis, it began to bubble up immediately, whereas E. coli did not bubble up. And that is a sign, if there is a lack of bubbles, it is a sign that indicates a catalase negative result, and it is a anaerobic microbe, whereas epidermidis is an aerobic microbe. All in all, the lab went off with a success. Good to go. Thank you.